Hi, this is Terri. Welcome back to my channel. I am feeling a little lighter today, and I feel like I have renewed energy thanks to the election results that we got on Saturday. So, woohoo!
I love how you say you're feeling lighter, but you're wearing all black.
Well, and in some cases I'm actually feeling a little heavier because there's some other personal stuff that's been going on, but it does feel like 350 pounds has been lifted from my shoulders. And I think you know what I'm referring to. And so, in light of that, today's topic is around vision boards. My friend Ive in Paris and I were co-working on Clubhouse virtually, and she asked if I had any good tools or resources for vision boards because some of her friends want to be creating some. And I said, well, I might have done a podcast on it, or I might have written something up, or I can do something. And I thought, no, this is the perfect thing to talk about when we're feeling a little more hopeful, optimistic about our future now that we know that we only have, 72, 71 days left with the current White House administration, and we get to start moving forward into something that is a little bit more hopeful and optimistic. And I'm assuming that if you are watching this and you follow me, that you are in that camp. And if you're not, then you should probably just go ahead and turn this off right now. And if you were subscribing, you might want to unsubscribe. But with that, I thought Imen's suggestion around this was absolutely perfect. And while I am not an expert in this, over the last couple of years, my friend Jacqueline, my tipsy co-pilot and producer of my podcast when it's not on hiatus, she's the one who got me into vision boards. And I have to say that I was a complete skeptic for the longest time. I had a couple of friends even talk about it in my book, Piloting Your Life. A friend, Vivian, back in college, did one on a regular basis, and she was always able to manifest what she wanted. She was very clear about what the goals were that she wanted to accomplish, and she used the vision board to manifest it and make it possible. She had it up, posted, and she looked at it regularly, and by golly, she hit it. I had another friend who did it with her real estate business and other aspects of her life, and I talk about this in the book as well. And she was able to not only regularly hit what she wanted to do, but she was able to surpass it. And so I think there's a lot to be said for visualizing what it is you want to manifest in the world, whether it is a specific goal or whether it's just a feeling or a sense of being. And I think that's the basic premise on a vision board is it's whatever you want it to be. There's some people who actually do them electronically. I prefer to do them on like poster board type of things. I'll go ahead and provide Ray with a couple of pictures so you can go ahead and pop in some of the different examples. I have them on the backs of the doors in my office. I have 3 of them. And even though I did one of them a couple of years ago, and I thought it was for 2019, 2020, or 2018, 2019.
It's 2019, 2020.
Okay. A lot of it is still relevant, and basically what I did was I created kind of a higher level thing of what I wanted to manifest, and then when we did it like 6 months later, Jacqueline and I did it again, I basically focused on another target area. And then just recently when I was in Palm Springs with 3 friends, we drank mimosas and we created some vision boards, and Jacqueline was there, and then 2 other friends, Bonnie and Candace, were there, and Bonnie and Candace had never done them before. And it was really fascinating to see what we all created and how different every one of them was. Largely because what we set out to do with what we thought about and what we wanted to kind of be inspired by for a period of time, we were all very different in what it was we wanted to kind of build and create. And I hate to keep coming back to the term manifest, but really what we want to manifest in our lives. And I guess that's kind of where you start with a vision board is you sit down and you think about what it is that you want. I'm going to go ahead and put some links to some what I thought were fantastic blog posts or articles on how to create a vision board and what to do and how to go about doing it. because they were all so incredibly different. I thought it was super, super fun. For me, this last time I didn't actually know what I wanted. I didn't sit down and think about it. I think Jacqueline and others recommend you sit down, you think about, is there a particular goal? Do you want to get a promotion? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to move? Do you want to travel more? Do you want to feel healthier? Do you want a greater sense of well-being? Do you, or is it, is it something that's very concrete, or is it something that's a little bit more nebulous? And this last time for me, I was really going for, I think, just a sense of well-being, a way I wanted to be in the world and operate in the world. And so step one is to sit down and think about what it is that you want. Then the second thing is to flip through a whole bunch of magazines and rip out pages, or look at images on the internet and then print them out.
Or if you want to be a little less violent with your magazines, you could cut them out too.
Well, the way that I do it, and Jacqueline did it, and I know others have done, is you just rip out the pages and then you set those aside. And once you've gone through a whole stack of different magazines, then you take a look at all of the images and you kind of get a sense of what it is that you were gravitating towards. And then what you do is you can start cutting out those images and then start putting them on whatever your board is. I actually saw an example of somebody did it on like a burlap sack. So you can get super, super creative if you want to on what the backdrop is. I saw other examples of people who just took images and then they had a pin board and they just put it on a pin board. We basically had basic supplies of this whiteboard, some glue, some stick glue.
Elmer's?
No, we didn't have Elmer's. We used glue sticks because it doesn't get as scoopy. You
didn't have Elmer's?
No, we had glue sticks.
Elmer's makes glue sticks.
Okay, I don't know what the brand was. Jacqueline brought them. So scissors, the magazines that you cut stuff out in, and...
You really need to turn on your Do Not Disturb, Mom, when you film.
It's not a...
No, it's someone in Tallahassee.
Yeah, it's...
So I'm leaving that in.
Okay, distracted by the phone. Anyway, so you have your various different supplies. It's pretty simple, or you can be pretty elaborate with what it is that you're doing. The other thing is you're tearing stuff out. One of the examples that was absolutely gorgeous, it was somebody's head, and they had a bunch of words or phrases that were sticking out off of it. I know that Jacqueline doesn't like to use words. I like to put some words that are inspirational or reminders. He was looking at the one that I put together. The one that I put together a couple years ago, Girls Rule, is in the middle of it, and I thought that was really important. And then, or you can just do images. It really has to do with what it is that you want to assemble, and that's the next step, is you just place everything, do finer cuts, and then you start gluing. The hardest part for me is I wanted, at the very beginning when I first started doing this, I wanted it to be perfect. And I really had to let go of that and not worry about that.
Perfection is a myth.
Yeah. And then just be able to start putting everything together. And what I absolutely loved about letting go of that, and I'm like, I can feel that in my shoulders right now, letting go of that perfection is over time, I keep coming back to it, and I love it even more. And the most recent one that I did, once I was able to take a step back from it, I mean, I just love the imagery around it. And is everything perfectly straight? No. Do I care? No, because I'm able to take kind of a macro view on it and be able to see that I like the sense of everything, and I look at it as a reminder of what I want to, how I want to live my life, how I want to be in the world, and what I want to bring into it. And that's the next step. Once you've finished assembling it and you step away from it and you clean up all the little bits and pieces, is you put it up in a place that you're going to see on a regular basis. And this is the thing, so that you're constantly reminded of the imagery and able to visualize. As I was doing the research for, why you do a vision board, so I could sound more articulate than I actually am around this, you do it to increase your motivation, increase your confidence, and improve your overall performance. Visualization has been scientifically proven to work with athletes, and it also with salespeople and with anyone who's trying to accomplish any sort of a goal or objective. And so if you have it as a constant reminder, then your filters open up, and the world starts kind of focusing, your world starts focusing around the things that you're trying to manifest. And I really do believe strongly that this is not just a woo-woo activity, but it is something that is incredibly helpful in achieving your dreams, overcoming obstacles, and getting to and what it is that you want. So have you ever done one?
No. I was going to ask, how has it helped you specifically?
I think one of the things that it has you do is sit down when you're starting and think about what it is that you want. Because a lot of times in the past, I've been hesitant to put together any sort of a bucket list, dream list, wish list, because I felt like if I didn't accomplish it, that somehow I was a failure. So going through this exercise helps snip the strings of attachment that I have to accomplishing or feeling the need to accomplish. And it allows me to kind of dream a little bit, use my imagination, and become a little bit more untethered in determining what I want in the world. So I don't think that was really the end goal of why I started doing it, but it has been a very interesting byproduct of the process. And each time that I do it, I feel lighter about it. And I've also found that through my journaling, through various other activities that I do, and my one brave thing, hashtag one brave thing, through these, that I'm able to let go of perfection, let go of a little bit. I know you're laughing at me.
No, I was laughing because that's like one of the things you say at the end of it.
Maybe that's kind of an affirmation mantra type thing. But also to let go of the outcome and then focus on the process, knowing that if I do the right things, if I do the things that need to be done, that I want to do, that ultimately I'll get to where I'm supposed to get to. And that doesn't mean that I don't set certain goals and objectives out there, but it does make it so that it's easier, it's less stressful about how it is that I operate in the world. So I can then kind of start doing something without having it all figured out, kind of like this YouTube channel.
We didn't have any of this figured out when we started.
No, as I talked about in one of the last episodes, we still don't have it figured out, but
we have no idea what we're doing. We're just kind of doing it.
Exactly. So would you want to, I'm going to check my notes real quick, but I'm curious, would you want to do like a vision boarding exercise?
I'm not particularly interested in vision boarding. Occasionally I do kind of just sit down and journal in a similar way, like just reflecting on what's going on and where I want to go and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But I'm a very non-visual person. Okay. And so words come a lot more naturally to me than images.
So what's an interesting thing about that is one of the other articles that I read talked about that after you post it up there, that what you can do is periodically journal about, when you look at your vision board or some of the things that you're trying to manifest. And so then you can translate the visual into a word form, and that helps to reinforce, it helps to encourage, it helps to remind. So that's not something that I have done, but what I might do, since I do morning pages every morning, is I might just add that in every couple of weeks.
Every morning? Or just sometime throughout the day?
Oh, come on. Yeah, my morning pages are sometimes my afternoon, sometimes my evening pages, but I get them done most days.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Anyway, so that's just that's something that I think I'm gonna add in. I kind of like that, and maybe I can then double the possibility of a successful outcome by doing that. So I have a couple of things left before we wrap up. We still have the giveaway, and I know I was supposed to say something about the giveaway at the front, and I didn't. So Rosalind, we're going to go ahead and give away these Rosalind designed beautiful earrings. They're super light. If you notice, I'm wearing one of her gorgeous necklaces and earrings, which I absolutely love. And if we have an overwhelming response, I also have some Brooklyn polished nail polish that I have as a giveaway. So, or maybe we'll give away both, maybe we'll give away one, depends on the response. But the second thing I would love to see is on Instagram or on Facebook, if you have done a vision board or you're inspired to do one, can you snap a picture and then go ahead and push it out onto Instagram and tag Piloting Your Life and hashtag vision board. And I would love to see, and we'll go ahead and put you into the drawing for one of the goodies if you do. So with that, we have anything else? Yeah, it's a Monday. We got to get back to work. Ray's got to get back to school. And once again, take advantage of the additional hope, optimism, this momentum that we have. I know we've got some rough times coming up, but we still, we can think about what 2021 is going to look like. So put something together. Get together with some friends, drink some champagne, put together social distance. Yeah, safely. You can even do it virtually. Set it up on Zoom so you're doing it all together, but just not in the same place.
Have some tea.
Or have some tea or some coffee, or do shots of tequila, whatever makes you happy. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you know of somebody who needs to be doing a vision board, wants to be doing a vision board, please share this with them and ask them to subscribe. We were up to 194 subscribers. Now we're down to 193. So 7 more to 200. Would love your help in getting to that point. So please share and subscribe. And with that, let go of perfection, take some risks, and above all else, have some fun.